Ellen.
And I'm Luke. Welcome to Show of the Weekend.
Now, a lot of you got in touch after last weekend's show because you really liked our rendition of Jigglypuff's hypnotic song from the Pokémon anime.
Well, we're glad you all enjoyed it, because honestly, having that thing stuck in our heads has made this week hell. Helen, check out this dog. It's on a skateboard, and it... Oh, no, it's the... No!
Is that all better? Mm-hmm. Would you feel better as well if you told everyone what you've been playing this week? Mm-hmm. Okay, then.
Show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend.
So this week I've been playing Pokémon Sun.
Ah, makes change.
That's right. Now, we talked about it last week, obviously, but I've had a little bit longer with it, formed some slightly deeper opinions. I'm still not that far into the game, to be honest. It's sort of stretching out really far in front of me, but I'm being quite cautious and slow with the story. I like to see everything. I like to leave no patch of grass uninspected for rare Pokemons. So I tend to sort of stick around in every area until I sort of feel like I've seen just about everything. Yeah. It's bringing back all of the familiar sort of Pokemon brain synapses firing around collection and the compulsion to collect and organise. Do you know what I mean?
No, I get that. Like, I'm someone who in games has to get all the collectibles.
Yeah.
So like, the only Pokemon game that I've fully properly played is Pokemon Black, and even then, I've not scratched the surface of that because I spent ages just going around and trying to find everything and looking up. Like, I got a guide. I bought a guidebook. I'm so not cool.
A guidebook? No, that's all right. Guidebooks are nice, but I am really enjoying it. It's so fully featured, it feels hard to really get a grasp on everything you can do in it. I've just started dipping into some of the online features. You have to go to like this weird in-game area called the Festival Plaza, is that right, Andy? Festival Plaza. It's quite sweet in the way it describes everything in a very Nintendo-y sort of way.
Oh,
so it's
adorable.
So it's like, this will be done using the internet. And so I'm like, the internet, that sounds pretty exciting. As for the story, so far there hasn't really been a whole lot of plot emerging, which I guess is par for the course for Pokemon games because it's not really about that, but I guess I would kind of like maybe if it was sowing the seeds of some sort of great, I mean, like, it doesn't have to be Citizen Kane or anything, although Citizen Kane with Pokemon.
Wow.
Rosebud was his Pikachu.
The sled was a Pokemon.
Sled Pokemon with a face.
Doesn't necessarily need a face. It could just be a sled. And you say,
what
look,
would it be called? Sledemy.
Sled. What would it be called? We couldn't call it anything. We'd have to call it something like Sledemy. You've just nailed it.
Yeah.
We'll ever discover why that professor doesn't wear a shirt.
I assume just because of the climate. It's very hot.
It's Pokemon Sun.
He's very tanned.
Although you're playing Pokemon Moon.
Yeah, it's always nighttime and he's still not got a shirt on.
Oh.
Well, for the daytime, it's, for heat reasons. For the evening, it's because he's chilled
it's
and
for
relaxed.
The evening, it's because it's cocktail time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Margaritas. That's some of the in-game dialogue.
All right.
A margarita could be a Pokemon.
Yeah,
it could. And it could evolve into a...
Really
No.
margarita.
A frozen margarita.
Ice stone on it.
Yeah.
Frozen margarita.
No. You use a gemstone, and it's a margarita.
Oh.
Are you still a fan of Poplio?
Poplio has evolved into its evolution, which is Brionne.
Of Tar.
Brionne of Tar. That is what it makes me think of. I mean, that is a Photoshop just waiting to happen. Yeah. It's getting more powerful. It's definitely the sort of strongest of my sort of clutch of Pokemon. I've also got a pretty wicked cool Growlithe. Yeah.
Nice.
In the mix.
Nice.
And a Ghastly. Which is nice. I found him in a graveyard. I thought, should we be catching and battling Pokemon in the graveyard? Is that insensitive? It's a graveyard for Pokemon as well. It's super sad. And the people you fight are all like, I'm just stood here by the grave of my dead Pokemon. Do you want to fight though? Because I've got another one.
I took this photo earlier of a child in a graveyard.
People in graves are sleeping forever, right?
Oh, so dark.
It's going to be pretty hard to segue this back to fun poke chat, to be honest, Andy. But that's okay, I'm a professional. There could be grave consequences if you don't pay attention to your Pokemon's friendship meter. So to evolve some Pokemon in Sun and Moon, they have to basically be like super good friends with you.
Right.
And it's quite hard to measure how good friends they are because it's this sort of behind the scenes sort of number. So it's a little bit hard to figure out. Like we talked a bit last week about the localization and how it's not amazing, to be honest. It's not the point of the game, but it isn't amazing, and that definitely has not changed since I was last playing. It's still very much everyone you talk to is like, let me tell you a thing about Pokemon.
Pokemon are the best.
Pokemon are really great.
Yeah.
Oh, do you like Pokemon too? That's so weird.
Yeah.
My house is filled with Pokemon. Pokemon.
Bring it back to Pokemon. Okay. Oh, it's very intense then.
A lot of that sort of weird writing and weird dialogue kind of makes sense if you imagine that the island Alola region that the game is set in is just so tropical that everyone is 100% relaxed. Like they are exactly, they are so blissed out on sun and sea that they are just basically like chilling this, be like, go in my house, have a look.
Don't mind.
Take this potion. You want to fight Pokemon? Because I don't. It's all coming back to me how difficult it is when you catch a new Pokemon, the sort of agonizing over whether it can be in your squad, because I very quickly form emotional attachments to all the sweet Pokemons in my group of 6, but
you feel bad swapping them around, putting them in a computer.
I know, put them in the box. Also, sometimes I put them in the box with like a little bit of health left, and I'm just imagining them there in the box like,
why, Luke?
Every second in the box is an eternity. So, apart from basically really worrying that the game is secretly horrible, I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, what have you been playing, Ellen?
Last weekend it was PSX.
Of course.
And they announced a whole load of releases, and they did the thing where they were like, and there's a whole load that you can get right now. And one of them was Lara Croft Go. Now, like Square Enix have like this whole Go series, and Lara Croft Go has been out like on phone and iPad and stuff like that. Actually, a friend of mine, Mark, played it when I was going over to E3. He was playing it on the plane, and I was like, that looks really cool. But I was a bit kind of about it because
why? You love Tomb Raidering.
I know, I do love Tomb Raidering, but it has spiders in it. So I was like, as soon as I saw them saying it's coming to PlayStation 4, it's because of having to touch the screen. So I wouldn't be able to touch the screen because there are spiders on it.
So you haven't played the game up till now because it would necessitate touching the screen?
Yeah, touching pretend spiders on a screen, possibly. And don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing, honestly. That's no, I can't laugh, I can't pity. What are the other reactions? Calmly understand and accept your experiences.
It's a really, really good game. So I picked it up, it's on PS4 now. I've just been blasting my way through it because I absolutely love it. There are like set paths, and everything in the world moves at the same rate as you do. So you move a step and the spiders move one step, or like there's these salamander things that move one step. The way to get around and attack things is to attack them from the side or behind.
Like a velociraptor.
Yes.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
That's where the attack comes.
Yeah.
Not from the front, but from the side.
Yeah. And
the
then
other 2 velociraptors, I'm not finished. You didn't even know were there.
Okay.
Continue.
Thanks. It's just pure puzzle, and it's really, really fun being Lara Croft in that situation.
Right. Whereas normally, she'd just get her guns out and shoot all the problems.
Yeah, it's shoot all your problems away. Tomb Raider at its core is still kind of like a puzzle-solving game with guns included, like the original series, and that's what it kind of harks back to. There's even things like there are collectibles, there are these jars that you find, and when you click on them, you have to it took me a while because I was like, oh, it's because it's been transferred from an iPad thing. I was trying to get to them first because some of them are right next to the path right at the beginning, so I was like, okay, I've got to go to there to collect that and then go as well. But no, you just tap where they are on the screen. You use the little R3. So you do that and press X and then you just collect it. And when you collect the thing, it's the noise of collectibles from the Tomb Raider game. So I'm like, nostalgia. And there's also the whole thing of the main menu is just like the original Tomb Raider menus, in that
cool.
it's the backpack, the
With
diary,
with
and
the
it
thing
swings
swiping round.
Yeah, it's really cool. You collect gems, and then you also collect pieces of relics. And if you collect all of them, like there's a really cool skull one I know Andy would like. I've collected 3 of the relics already, and I've collected a whole load of the gems. And if you collect all the gems and complete a relic on levels, you get special outfits unlocked. Because the other thing about it is that you can play Lara Croft, so you've got like the default skin, but you can do the original core skin, so her with the little glasses and the slightly mint green top and everything, and she's got the braid, and you're like, ah! But then,
Slightly mint green.
yeah! Also, because of the other Square Enix Go games, you've also got a Hitman outfit.
She can be like an agent.
Yes,
Oh,
you can
with
be
the red tie.
as Agent 47. She's still got the hair though. And she's also got an Adam Jensen suit with the glasses,
And
his
the
ornaments.
cybernetics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also there's a Just Cause 3 one where you can dress up as Rico, and it's really cool.
Does that one
So,
let you attach the platforms to a snake and they go?
If only. That would be really cool. That would be a nice little bonus for that. And then I've unlocked. You unlock a lot of other classic outfits. So like. She's got the kind of like lovely sheepskin jacket and the winter coat and all these other. I'm just like really nostalgic.
Every week this show is somehow ends up just being Lara Croft outfits.
No. It's really cool, and it's really fun how they've taken kind of the idea of Tomb Raider and turned it into this. It is a pure puzzle solving game.
Nice.
But there's still, there's still bits where you're running from boulders, but it's one step at a time. There's a lot of things where there are a lot of layers to the puzzles.
Okay.
And they're really clever, and like you have to kind of trick animals into standing on platforms for you to get up. And then also it's really good at teaching you how things work very quickly.
That's really important for a puzzle game, I think.
Yeah, like there's a bit I've just like kind of got to a bit where you get torches, and your torch, if you like wave a fiery torch at an animal, it moves.
As they would.
Yeah, it
if
moves.
they're smart.
It moves back, but it immediately teaches you that you can't take it down a ladder, or down a step, because you pick it up and you try to go down, and it immediately drops it. And it's like, it's the first, one of the first times you pick them up.
I see.
It immediately is like, these are the restrictions to this, and it's just very clever the way that it teaches you how to play the game without overtly telling you. It's just you learn by doing.
It's cool.
And the puzzles are tricky. And there's the option of having a hint, which is basically a red line that you follow if you're completely stuck.
Oh boy.
And I tried it just to see what it did, but luckily, the puzzles.
Just curious. What kind of a hint is it?
I did it so that I could
check.
get capture for it to
Oh,
show
sure.
people how it worked.
Oh, sure.
Yes. And the puzzles are complicated enough that you don't feel like, oh, this is really easy.
Yeah.
But they're not so hard that you go, oh, I can't do this, I'm completely stuck.
Oh, that sounds like the perfect level.
So it's that nice level where you're challenged, but then when you finish it, you feel like a genius.
A challenge you can do.
Yeah.
The best kind of challenge.
Yeah, but it's really good. So I'm really enjoying it on PlayStation 4, but it's obviously available on
other platforms.
And I reckon it would be really good to play this on a journey to work and stuff. But similarly, it's really nice just sitting on the sofa and just playing. I found myself, I was like, I'll just get a bit of capture, and then I was like, I've gone through a lot of the game now. 3 hours later, I was
Don't
like,
appear
this
to be
is
able
really
to
good.
stop.
Yeah,
These puzzles won't solve themselves. These snakes won't move themselves onto the right platforms.
It's so satisfying when you trick an animal into doing something for you, or you
What?
you get around these.
We're still talking about the game, right?
Yeah, the game.
Okay.
God. Yeah, no, it's really good, but I understand that you have got some questions for me.
Yes,
On
I
The Last
do.
Guardian.
The Last Guardian is finally here. After years and years of waiting, we finally have one of 2016's most exciting PlayStation exclusives sitting on shop shelves. The reviews are out and they seem pretty positive, but to truly get to the heart of this exciting title, we of course have to go through Ellen's brain to try and find the real truth.
The gooey centre.
The gooey centre where the knowledge is made, and then we add yeast and bake it into wisdom bread, and then we just tuck it.
Is that
Does
why?
Ellen survive this process?
Often. Okay, Ellen, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes. You have a bit more enthusiasm.
I'm enthusiastic.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, question 1. Take it down a notch. In The Last Guardian, your companion in puzzle solving and adventuring is Trico, the enormous half-bird, half-mammal giant creature who will assist you along the way. But Ellen, tell me, which 2 animals would you stitch together to create your dream adventure companion, and why?
I just want Buckbeak from Harry Potter because I'm slightly, it's the best.
So which 2 animals would that be?
That's 3 animals though.
Don't remember offering you 3, Ellen, but
Which are the 2 best bits of Buckbeak?
No, I think it is just 2. It's just 2. It's kind of like the bird bit is just a bit stretched out. He's like an eagle and a horse.
An eagle and a horse. Yeah, that's just 2.
Yeah, Buckbeak, yeah.
You can
Eagle
have
and horse.
Buckbeak.
I really like eagles. I think they're very majestic creatures, and I love horses. Best of all the animals, I love horses. They're my friends. How did I know you'd know that?
Are there any other animal combos you would consider?
Maybe like a cat, like some sort of like lynx.
Okay, massive lynx.
Massive lynx.
What else?
Mixed with what would go good with a cat? Like again, mixed with like a bird creature. It's the wings. It's having something with wings that can fly.
It's got to have wings.
Yeah.
But there's so much beyond just the sky. What about like a cross between a mole and a crab? Then you could go in the sea
and underground.
We are making some like crazy assumptions that this animal is tame and not going to attack you.
Any animal can turn around and bite you unless you like.
Unless it's one with no mouth, like an earthworm crab.
But then it's still got pincers.
Yeah, but it can't see, so it doesn't know where you are.
So it's just blindly.
Yeah, flaming.
And it might attack you by accident.
Last Guardian 2 file, you can have that one for free, Sony.
What if it ends up with the eyes of the crab, but not the pincers of the crab?
And it's just a worm with
It's
little
the worm
crab
with
eyes. It's the weirdest thing, I'm just imagining.
There's a lot of time we have to spend in Photoshop now. Creating these. Well done, Ellen. I think I'll take your first answer, Buckbeak, which was nice.
Buckbeak.
Ellen, The Last Guardian is the brainchild of Fumito Ueda, creator of Ico and 2005's Shadow of the Colossus, in which protagonist Wanda had to identify weaknesses on gigantic roaming bosses to take them down. Ellen, if you were a Colossus and a tiny Wanda had to take you down, what would be your weakness?
I'm not saying that on the internet. Then people will just they'll be able to fucking pinch me and then I'll be like, bleh.
But you've got to imagine, if an ant was going to take you down.
Right.
So it's like you're the Colossus, right? You're gigantic.
I'm extremely ticklish, so
Go straight for the ribs.
yeah. Just
With
kind of
try and get a big feather from Buckbeak.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just wait for Ellen to fall asleep,
use my own
and then
animal against
the
me.
soles of the feet. Creator of The Last Guardian, Fumito Ueda, who we mentioned before, has stressed that the central theme of The Last Guardian is the emotional bond that you'll form with Trico. Ellen, what emotional bonds have you formed with non-speaking AI characters in video games?
I've been annoyed at husbands in Fable.
Yeah,
I will
okay.
say that.
All right.
So that is an emotional bond. It's not necessarily a positive one. No, they speak, and they go, "You right? Hello, my lover." Or the dog. My doggy in Fable 2. The horse in Zelda. In Epona in Ocarina of Time. Lovely horsey.
Muzzle its
Yeah.
muzzle.
Also, particularly, it's me with horses. It's like in the Assassin's Creed games, I'd get very attached to a particular horse, and I'd get really upset if I kind of got a different one when I called for a horse.
Would you send it away and call it again?
That's not the horse. That's not my horse.
mean you.
And in Red Dead Redemption, I got very attached to my horses.
That's dangerous. They die all the time. Mine died all the time.
Mine didn't, because I was sensible, or I'd reload a save. Nothing so heartbreaking as like riding along and then a cougar just comes along and rout, and I'm like, oh, reload to save.
The horse still dies, it just dies over and over again.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's basically any horse in a game ever, and I'm just like, pony.
Do you know? Pony. Do you know who really got me was Dog, the robot in Half-Life.
Oh.
Just there's something about that sort of like kind of like ape robot, sort of excitable.
I got
So
attached
good.
to the robots in Recore as well. Like, I've not played the full game yet, but like the demo, I was already like, no, I don't want to leave them. The little doggy robot.
Okay, good answer. So mostly horses.
Mostly horses and dogs.
Ellen, The Last Guardian was first announced in 2009, though development began 2 years earlier. Finally, Ellen, what in your life should you really have finished already?
Oh God, there's a lot of games.
Sure.
That like Red Dead Redemption.
You didn't finish Red Dead Redemption?
I stopped at a certain point.
Was it when your horse died?
No. I stopped at a certain point because I knew that something was coming up, and I was like, nope. So like I have played past a certain point, but my save is before that, so I've not gone through the whole thing.
How are you going to get the bureau uniform, Ellen? If you
It's just not.
He's got you there, your one weakness. Outfits.
Yeah.
Are there any furniture projects you've left unfinished? Or decoration?
No. Like every single piece of furniture in my room and all the shelves, like I did all of it. I'm very into my DIY. I've got to drill some holes in tiles, which is something that's always a little bit.
You need like a mask for dust for that, don't you? Or
Yeah.
something?
Well, you need that anyway for any type of like drilling into masonry. I should know this. Come on, this is like basic DIY. But what you need to do is I need to get hold of some masking tape to put over the tile so that when you drill in, it doesn't shatter the tile. Top tip.
Nice. And people thought we wouldn't learn anything in this, and here we are learning about how to properly drill a tile.
Yeah.
That answers pretty much any questions anyone could have about The Last Guardian.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably closed the book on that. So well done, Ellen. Thank you for answering my questions faithfully.
They were good questions.
And truly, thank you very much. And now let's find out what you guys have been saying.
Last week, I grilled Luke about starter Pokémon in Pokémon Sun, asking him to explain why he chose Poplio, the circus-themed water Pokémon.
I won't actually go into my whole thinking here. I'll give you the short version.
Yeah.
I went for Poplio, the humiliating circus seal. Commenter Nummy Numbers wasn't so impressed with our taxonomy skills, saying, Poplio is a sea lion, not a seal. Seals have teensy little flippers. Sea lions have big, strong flippers they can walk on. Pinniped facts.
Thanks for the correction, Nummy Numbers, but we will have to bill you for the time we lost to the Pinniped Wikipedia page.
And our time is not cheap. Elsewhere, we also recently got some time with tactical RPG The Dwarfs on PS4. Yes! I think I knocked a dwarf off! I am sorry. Simon, why? Where are we? Are we in some kind of like Hogwarts school for jerks or something?
Yeah, Hogwarts School for Bitchcraft.
Bitchcraft and pedantry. Christina Nightraven says, you guys are terrible healers. You keep pushing the dwarfs you're supposed to be healing off a bridge.
Well, they're not worrying about those pesky little dagger and sword wounds now anymore, are they?
Exactly, sounds like healing to me. Meanwhile, Heather Bruce says, Hogwarts School for Bitchcraft. They should make a shirt.
Well, we might be better haberdashers than we are healers. Anyway, Rinko SP says, be honest, how long did you pause the game before Luke thought up the second half of that Hogwarts pun?
Hey, that was right off the bat, but it's true being in charge of the editing does give you a chance to make yourself sound smarter. In fact, you might even say that we're punning out of time.
Oh, finally. God. Presenting isn't an easy job.
Sometimes you have to make sure that you properly warm up.
Stretching out the old mouth.
Sure,
do
thing.
you want to attempt a video with an unstretched mouth?
Yeah, I'm sure Ian McCullen does that.
The Westaway Face Fitness video is available in all stores this December. The perfect holiday gift.
I don't think I could watch an entire video of just your face. No. I mean, like, if I see that hurt face anymore, I might just die of laughter. It wasn't our proudest hour, and I understand, Luke, you needed some time away from the purple sofa. You made me laugh.
I had to hold that in.
Should I not do that?
Just a little face. Luke, you needed some time away from Oh no, set me off now.
I was really hurt, Ellen, and you just laughed. Well, at least I know Andy likes me. You know he was going to make me macarons, although he probably should have waited until Jane was finished filming first.
From hopscotch to jump rope. Charles, do you want to go in the kitchen, Andy? Okay, go on.
That did look good.
Oh God, the macarons! I never took them out of the oven.
Do you smell burning?
Andy?
Oh, well, anyway, thanks for watching another episode of Show of the Weekend. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out our friends over at Outside Xbox. Hopefully we'll still be here next week if they controlled that fire. But we'll see you next time. Bye!
Why can we have the tap? Oh my God! How is that even happening? Doesn't make sense.